Hello, everyone. Let's talk about the title of this presentation. How to use AI without getting caught sounds a bit mischievous, doesn't it? But we're not here to discuss deception. We're here to redefine what getting caught actually means for a technical professional. In our field, getting caught isn't about a plagiarism checker. It's about your code failing in production because you didn't understand the boilerplate an AI gave you. It's about sitting in a systems design interview and being unable to explain the trade-offs of the architecture your AI assistant suggested. It's about delivering a model you can't debug or interpret. That's getting caught. So this discussion is about elevating your use of AI from a crutch to a catalyst for deeper, more robust engineering and analysis. The core problem with misusing generative AI is what I call superficial fluency. The tools are so good at generating plausible-looking code, text, and even architectural diagrams that they can create the illusion of understanding. You can generate a complete Python script for a data processing pipeline in seconds. It might even run. But do you understand the memory management implications of the pandas data frame operations it chose? Could you rewrite it in PySpark for a larger dataset? Do you know which dependencies are critical and which are fluff? When you copy-paste without, how do we fix this? We need a mental model. I call it the augmentation framework. Stop thinking of AI as a factory that produces finished products. Instead, think of it as a collection of specialized high-powered catalysts that accelerate specific reactions in your workflow, a workflow you control. There are three primary domains for these catalysts. First, idea expansion. Use language models to brainstorm API designs, list alternative database technologies, or propose different feature engineering approaches. You're not asking for the answer, you're asking for the options. Second, boilerplate synthesis. This is for the low-level repetitive stuff. Generating a Docker file, writing basic unit test scaffolds, creating a CI/CD YAML configuration. These are tasks with well-defined patterns where AI excels, saving you cognitive load for the harder problems. And third, pattern recognition. Use tools like Copilot to complete a line of code based on the patterns you've already established in your file. It's an accelerator, not a navigator. You still set the direction. In this framework, the AI generates components, but you are the architect responsible for integration, validation, and the final design. Let's make this concrete. Imagine you're tasked with building a microservice in Go. A novice might prompt, "Write me a Go microservice for user authentication." They get a wall of code, copy it, and spend the next 2 days just trying to get it to run. An expert using the augmentation framework does it differently. First, idea expansion. What are the pros and cons of using JWT versus Paceto for token-based auth in a Go service? Next, boilerplate synthesis. Give me a basic Go project structure for an HTTP service using the GIN framework. Now you have a clean, understandable scaffold. As you write your core logic, you use pattern recognition. Copilot helps you quickly write error handling blocks that match the style you've already established. And here's the most critical part: active refactoring and annotation. Never accept AI-generated code as final. Your job is to refactor it for clarity, add comments explaining the why, not just the what, and align it with your project's coding standards. This process forces comprehension and ownership. Ultimately, your reputation and career are built on a portfolio of work and your ability to defend it. If your GitHub is full of AI-generated projects you can't explain, you will fail the interview. It's that simple. So, how do you showcase AI-assisted work with integrity? It's about a change in narrative. Instead of hiding it, document it. In your project's README, include an AI usage section. Explain how you used it. For example, generative AI was used to brainstorm database schema options and to create the initial CI/CD pipeline configuration, which was then manually adapted for our specific deployment targets. This demonstrates honesty, modern workflow awareness, and most importantly, it shows you were in control. In an interview, when asked about a project, you can then speak to those decisions. You can say, "The AI suggested a NoSQL solution, but after analyzing the query patterns, I decided a relational database with these specific indexes was superior because..." That is the voice of an engineer, not a prompter. That is how you build trust.